Recording live from the Pendulum Room, it's the Dragon Balls Deep podcast with your hosts, Devin and Drew.
It's the Dragon Balls Deep podcast. Back again. No... Any corrections?
Nope, we're fucking perfect on everything.
Right on. As always. Well, except for the few times. But anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about, I don't remember.
It never happened.
Never happened. Flamerkies are a real thing.
I wonder if we could get like a petition started and send it to Toriyama to change the name.
We should get him to change it in the Dragon Ball Z history books.
He might. If he can okay GT, then he can okay Flamerkies.
We just gotta catch him on one of those days where he just doesn't give a fuck.
Anyway, let's get this over with. Do you have a lot of notes for this episode?
I do. I have a lot, actually.
I feel like you have more than me.
I enjoy this episode a lot. I don't know if it was just because we had like such a run of bad episodes.
Yeah.
Of like just straight up filler, but I thought this was a solid episode.
Yeah, it was better than, I'd say, the last few. But I don't know. I just don't have a lot of notes for it. Maybe it's because I was just trying to get through it.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. You might be covering this one.
Yeah, well, you still walk us through it and I'll jump in.
Dragon Ball Z, Episode 17. Originally aired on August 30th, 1989 in Japan, and on November 15th, 1996 in the US.
Looks like there was like another couple 2-month jump.
There was more than that. The timeline of these shows being aired has been completely messed up because we went from 1996 to 1998 for 2 episodes, and now we're back to 1996. So there was something going on in there.
How did they manage to get this whole series out? Like, there's like 270 episodes or something crazy, and they're just like skipping months at a time.
291, I think. I don't know. Just in 1996, they just skipped 2 episodes, I guess.
If Dragon Ball Z can get 270 episodes out, then we should be able to do it with our podcast. There's no excuses.
Well, we have Z, Dragon Ball, GT, the movies.
It will never end.
What's the one?
We are not watching the live action one.
All right.
No fucking way.
Fair enough.
It's gonna take like a big Patreon, GoFundMe, something. I'm gonna need cash in hand.
I agree.
Because you can't unsee that movie.
Have you even seen it?
No, I haven't. I don't want to.
Oh, well. I don't blame you. The show begins with a big pterodactyl bird doing something.
The kaiju. We thought he was dead.
If this is the same one. But it could be. A lot of reoccurring animals.
Yeah.
Or they make you think
I think
anyway.
they just get lazy. They don't feel like making a new animal every time.
We then see Gohan and Piccolo begin their training. Well,
yep, and right off the bat, in the subs, Piccolo lets us know it's been 6 months since Gohan started his training.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So it's been 2 months since like episode 15 or so when we found out it had been 4 months. So,
Well, keep that in mind.
yep.
Piccolo tells Gohan to attack with everything he has. And Gohan, God bless him, is trying, but Piccolo is kicking his ass. Gohan says that it's hard because Piccolo keeps disappearing and he can't see him. Piccolo tells him if he can't see his enemy, then to feel him. Gohan says that's easier said than done, so Piccolo shoots him with his laser beams.
Laser eyes.
Yeah.
That's an ability I feel like it doesn't get used enough in this series.
It seems like one of those things that only like the villains have.
Yeah.
Gohan said, wait. Piccolo tells him next time he wants to whine to think about what he should be doing. And here, Piccolo says they only have 3 months till the Saiyans arrive. If he's not,
Yeah, in the subs, it's 6. He says 6 months.
if he's not eating or sleeping, then he's sparring.
I like that line a lot that Piccolo has. That if you got enough time to whine, think about what you should do instead.
Yeah,
It's like it's not like this like other bullshit that you get like throughout the series where it's like, you gotta like I know Popo says some stuff later in the episode where he's like, you have to know your enemy and know yourself and then everything will be clear. It's like not that like bullshit Tai Chi master stuff. Like Piccolo's like advice actually applies to real life martial arts.
yeah,
To where like if you're just gonna whine about it and complain in your head, like just be frustrated, then that's like wasted energy that you could be using on trying to like figure yourself out of the situation.
yes.
So yeah, that's one of the many reasons why Piccolo is one of my favorite characters, and it shines the most in this first saga.
So in the dubs, they have 6 months.
In the subs, it's 6 months. Yeah,
Yes, in subs, but in the dub, they have 3 months.
3
I
months. Yeah,
wonder why they did that.
yeah. I wonder. Yeah, like it was obviously deliberate, unless they just like suck at translating Japanese. I feel like that'd be an easy one, numbers. But
I guess they wanted to make a more dire situation, I suppose, to where like
Yeah.
to really lower their chances.
yeah, I'm definitely curious to what their reasoning behind that was.
But it
like
kinda-
if they thought it made more sense.
But it kind of just makes Piccolo look bad. Like he waited so long to train Gohan.
Yeah, 6 months definitely makes more sense in that it's more believable when it's like, all right, 6 months, that's a decent, that's a training camp right there.
Yeah.
Back on Snake Way.
Piccolo says that there's no fear in this dojo. he said something there, but I just threw that in.
Nice. Yeah, I missed that.
Back on Snake Way, yes, Goku was still running. We then go to Kami's lookout, where Yajirobe is eating while the rest of the gang train. Kami and Popo show up, and Krillin says that they are not learning anything new. Kami gives him the death stare.
Yeah, and I had something written down for this. Oh yeah, so I guess in the subs, Krillin mentions that they've been there for 2 months now,
Oh,
and
shit.
so far haven't received any training from Kami. So this is like a common theme between Kami and Piccolo, just like really slacking on the actual training.
That's in the dub, in the sub.
Yeah, it's in the subs. Yeah, 2 months. And I like the little intro when they get onto the what do they call that thing? What's the place? Kami's place.
The lookout.
The lookout, yeah. When like if they first get on lookout, they're like each like doing their thing, like like, well, Yajirobe's eating.
Yamcha's doing like the one finger push-ups or whatever.
Yeah. And then, what's Krillin's just like hitting trees, or he's like jumping from like tree to tree or something.
Yeah, he's just jumping around.
Chaozu, I didn't know that.
Chaozu's just breaking all the trees down.
Popo was like, what the fuck, man? We've been planting those trees for like the past 50 years. But I didn't even know if Chaozu, could he always do Kai Blast like that? Like, was he doing that in the tournaments?
I think so.
Couldn't remember or not, but yeah, he's doing Kai Blasts. And Tien's,
he's doing his
like,
split form.
Weird ass splitting, yeah.
Yeah. I like how the trees are falling on Yajirobe and he doesn't care.
He just gives no fucks.
They say they want the same training Goku got when he was there. Kami says, listen carefully. I taught Goku nothing. He walks off while laughing.
This is like, if we didn't already know that Kami was like the real deal, like this is the point where I would be like, my bullshit meter would be going off. And it's like, it just, after that scene actually, it made me want to watch that video of like the MMA fighter fighting that Tai Chi master that came out recently. Remember that?
Which one?
The one that was like all like went viral. Like it was like a Tai Chi master MMA fighter, and dude just beat the shit out of him, and like the whole country of China just was like up in arms.
Yeah.
Like it's like this like situation going like, I don't know if, like with the combination of them being there 2 months and them not getting trained at all, and then Kami saying shit like, I didn't teach Goku anything.
If they've been there 2 months in the dubs, then in the subs, it's got to be like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, and then you got Popo fucking coming out and being like, oh, the first step is to learn yourself, and then you learn your enemy and all that bullshit.
Yeah, Popo says, to be truly strong, you must know yourself and your enemy. Yamcha says that this is stupid, and he knows himself better than anybody. Popo says, if you know yourself, then how come you don't know that you are weak? Burn!
Yes, this is like straight up fucking Popo went
Popo
hood
is
on
the
him.
insult master.
went straight hood, like, and immediately I was like, damn, if there isn't a Thug Life video after this, I have to make one, but someone beat me to it. I found it on the internet.
Oh, I'm sure there's many.
But that was an amazing line. That's hands down subs versus dub winner. Dub takes the cake.
What'd he say in subs?
Something similar, but it's just not worded as well. But the way it's worded in this, like that could be on a t-shirt. That shit was so funny.
Well, anytime Yamcha gets something like that, it's great.
Yeah. But yeah, Popo just like told him how it is and just put him right in his fucking place.
Yeah.
Gotta love Popo.
I think Vegeta does that too later.
He does more than that.
Yeah, true. Popo then takes the gang into a large room where the past, present, and future are mixed. Yajirobe decides to sit this one out. And
Yajirobe don't want to play touch butt in the Pendulum Room.
No. This looks like some weird devil shit with all the stuff on the floor.
Yeah. Fucking Yajirobe smelled that movement coach bullshit from a mile away.
Popo tells them to close their eyes, and the next time they open their eyes, they will be in a far-off place 100 years ago. The four then appear in a strange place that has been demolished by war and fighting. A skeleton in armor falls over near them, and Yamcha says, "That's a Saiyan." But how does he know this? He's never seen one.
Maybe the tail.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I mean, I get that he didn't see it, but I'm sure it came up in conversation. They've been there for 2 months. They had to talk about this at some point.
Okay, sure. There are many dead Saiyans around. There's even a large Saiyan statue. Yamcha says he could take he could take on a Saiyan with his hands tied behind his back.
Of course, Yamcha.
It's too good when you know what actually is to come.
Yeah,
It makes it so much better.
it does.
We then see two Saiyans lurking in the shadows and glowing purple. They remark that the 4 Zero Warriors' power levels are only equal 1,510. Tien remarks that they should go back because they missed all the action, but no one knows how to get back because Popo didn't tell them how.
I feel like these Saiyans look a lot older
Uh,
than all the other Saiyans we've seen.
yeah, I think they're
Like
meant to
very
be.
geriatric.
Yeah. Well, I think Nappa's pretty old too, but he doesn't necessarily look it.
Yeah, these guys are like geezers though. Like, like they really made it a point when they were drawing these guys out, like their facial features and whatnot. Like they just look considerably older. They got like battle scars and shit.
Yeah. Chiaotzu sees a helmet, and then the helmet has glowing red eyes. And then the helmet melts and turns into one of the Saiyans, who grabs Chiaotzu. As Tien tries to help the other Saiyan, as Tien tries to help Chiaotzu, the other Saiyan attacks Tien. The Saiyan...
He gets him in the most half-ass fucking rear naked choke ever.
Yeah.
Tien cannot get... It's like one arm. It's not even like locked over the bicep. He's got like his hands like resting on his scalp.
Yeah. Nobody in this show has any good grappling defense.
Nah. Even like I was just like paying attention to like all like Tien's movements and stuff, and like you look at some of his strikes, like the karate chops he's like throwing, and like sometimes he's just going like jabbing, but like straight fingertips.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
He's going for that John Jones special. What?
Yeah.
The Saiyan, quote, kills Chiaotzu. Tien gets really angry at this and attacks the Saiyan, but he can't hit him. Yamcha charges his... Is this the Wolf Fang Fist?
Nah.
Oh.
It's like, I don't know if there's a name, or I'm sure there is a name for the move, but yeah, it's like that beam that he can like control the direction.
Okay, I wasn't sure what it was called. But
yeah,
he uses this, and he does manage to hit the Saiyans, but it does nothing. The Saiyans even say that it tickles. So
yeah, it's like their like number one go-to insult for weak attacks.
Pretty much. So the 3 remaining Z-Warriors attack at once. Tien with his Tri-Beam, Yamcha with his whatever he does, and Krillin with a Kamehameha. They seem to land their attacks, and they think it's over. They also think Chiaotzu is really dead. Then they hear laughing, which is coming from the 2 Saiyans. One of the Saiyans comes up from the floor and grabs Krillin. This reminded me of Aliens.
From under like the grate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know why. I just
this scene gets like pretty brutal, man.
Yeah, you could hear Krillin like screaming in pain.
It sounds like he's getting gang raped.
It does sound pretty bad. Then Krillin is taken out. One of the Saiyans says, "You should have never come here. No one comes to Vegeta." So they're on planet Vegeta, apparently.
Yeah.
But I'm curious as to what happened here. Apparently some big fight, a war. Was it the war with the Tuffles or whatever?
Didn't they win that war though?
Yeah, they did. That's how they took over. But
so maybe this was like right after they took over the Tuffles, maybe?
Possibly, because they are wearing like the armor and the scouters here, and I'm pretty sure they got those from the Tuffles I don't know.
They're rocking those red bands too.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. I was gonna look it up, but I
Ooh.
didn't feel like it.
So this might be a name for Yamcha's attack. It's I don't know how to pronounce it Japanese, but I'm gonna butcher it. It says Sokidan. Sokidan.
Sokidan. Okay.
Yeah, because now when Yamcha's getting ready for that second attack, he says an extra large Sokidan.
And the subs?
Yeah, in the subs.
Interesting. Yeah, somebody let us know what happened on Planet Vegeta here. Because I'm curious.
Otherwise, we're just going to have to make something up.
Yamcha goes to attack, but the Saiyan just mocks him.
This part kind of pissed me off. Because they just keep trying the same attack over and over, like expecting a different result. Like, it didn't fucking hurt him the first time. You think your stupid fucking homing beam and your tri-beam cannon is going to do anything the third time? Like,
well,
fucking use your head and think of something else.
Tien tells Yamcha to give it everything they've got. Tien does his multiform technique, while Yamcha does the spirit bomb.
Spirit bomb?
That's what he said.
Did he?
I'm like 99% sure he called it spirit bomb.
He might have called it that, but he don't know how to fucking do a spirit bomb.
Unless he said spirit ball and I misheard him, but it sounded like spirit bomb to me.
It looks like it's the same attack they did before, just like maybe a little more energy into it.
But yeah, it's sure not a spirit bomb. That's King Kai's technique.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounded like spirit bomb, so I don't know.
Actually, now he might have said spirit bomb, because I think the first time I was watching the series, like way back like a couple years ago, like when I was rewatching it as an adult,
mm-hmm.
and I think I remember hearing Yamcha say that. I'm like, what the fuck? How does Yamcha know how to do a spirit bomb? But I think it's like one of those things like they threw it in there in the dialogue and like weren't thinking about like later in the series when they actually learned spirit bombs.
Perhaps, but sure as fuck sounded like spirit bomb.
No, he definitely. I think he did say that, but I think that was just a mistake on Funimation's part. Like they were just looking for something to call it, and they just use that.
The Saiyans try to get away from the attacks, but the ceiling of whatever the building they're in, it collapses on them. And then Yamcha does manage to land his bootleg spirit bomb. And once again it appears to be over, Yamcha remarks how that was horrible. Then the two Saiyans attack, and they take out Yamcha and Tien. Fairly easy, too. I guess Yamcha and Tien used up all their energy, though. I don't know.
I'm sure the Saiyans were just toying with them.
Yeah.
So they probably could have taken them out at any time.
The four then come to and realize that they are back in the Pendulum Room where they originally began.
I did enjoy Yamcha's death quite a bit at that. Like, it's a nice little like appetizer before we get to see him die again.
Yeah.
It's like nice and gory. Like they had like the that energy beam like going right through him. There's some good blood.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Mr. Popo explains that they never left, that their spirits made dream bodies, which they used.
No, keep going.
Their spirits made dream bodies, which they used to travel to the dreamlike past.
Yeah, Krillin wakes up with a fucking sore asshole.
That would be funny. Oh, that would mean something happened, like, in the room. But the only people there are
Kami's a-
Kami. Why didn't Yajirobe just watching?
You know, Yajirobe, he's not going to be distracted from eating food.
Oh, man.
Fucking Kami's a sick son of a bitch.
And Piccolo has to deal with this shit.
Kami's got this whole Vatican thing going up in the lookout. Popo's trying to cover it up. Making everybody fall asleep in this dream world.
Oh, this is horrible. That's definitely a new one. I've never heard this version of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, man.
Yajirobe asks them how it went. No one can answer, but Kami says that they did very well and fought valiantly against a strong enemy. Kami then says that the Saiyans on the way to Earth are twice as strong as the ones they just fought.
Yeah, in the subs, Kami pays no compliments to the Z fighters.
Good.
He's like a lot more blunt. He's just, his response after he says like, well, the first thing he says in the subs is pretty much the same thing. Like, the Saiyans that are coming to Earth are much stronger. And then he says, so how about it? You want to run away now? Yeah, gives them no props or anything. Nothing about them being valiant fighters and giving it their all.
Also, I don't really buy that Nappa and Vegeta are only twice as strong.
Yeah, that's left out of the subs. In the subs, he just says much stronger.
Raditz was probably twice as strong as these two geeks. But Nappa and Vegeta, there's...
Yeah, they're on another level.
Yeah.
I feel like Vegeta's on a whole nother level than Nappa.
Oh, he is, for sure.
There's like so many different levels to those Saiyans.
Yeah, Vegeta's way stronger than Nappa. Because Vegeta was technically stronger than Goku, and...
I'd say those two Saiyans probably are comparable to Goku, maybe. Maybe a tiny bit stronger. I don't know.
Goku now or Goku...
Yeah, Goku now.
I'd say weaker than Goku now.
Not when he fought Raditz. Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Because, I mean, you gotta think, look who they're fighting.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, Goku's way stronger than, Yamcha.
Huh. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Back in the middle of nowhere, Gohan and Piccolo continue their own training. It's mostly just Piccolo kicking the shit out of Gohan, which he actually does. Piccolo kicks Gohan, who yells, "Piccolo!" Piccolo responds with, "Piccolo, nothing. You're getting lazy." And back on Snake Way, you guessed it, Goku is still running. Then...
Yeah, they always got to throw that in there. The scene of Goku running and the scene of the two pods flying through space. Because if they didn't throw that in, we'd completely forget what was going on.
Yep. The narrator sends us off as we see Vegeta and Nappa, who has an awful lot of room in that tiny little space pod.
I knew you were going to bring that up. You're absolutely obsessed with the space pod.
And that's the episode.
So yeah, I like this episode a lot. Like I said before, like it could have just been, we had like a little bit, like a 3-episode lull of just a lot of filler, maybe even longer than that. But
yeah,
this episode really picked up the pace. A lot happened.
Yeah,
and he was good eps.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Devoted to the others characters. I don't want to say the lesser characters, but I guess they kind of are.
Yeah, the sidekick, the spectators.
Yeah. the human shields.
The human shields. Yeah, and this episode, just for that Popo line alone, that just makes it an all-time episode.
Yeah.
I don't know how I never caught that line before.
Yeah, me too. I don't remember that.
Like I remember the line kind of, but I don't remember like the demeanor and like the delivery of it being so perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, that helped. Anything else?
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Mm.
I'm sure you're looking forward to the next episode. I know we have some more space pod fun.
Oh, do we?
Oh yeah, did you watch it?
Yeah, I did. I don't remember though.
All right, well, yeah, we'll get into it.
Interesting. Okay, well then let's wrap this one up. Give us a follow, like, rate, review, download, all that good stuff. And as always,
tune in next time for another exciting episode of the Dragon Balls Deep Podcast.